Okay, it started. Okay, perfect. There we go. We're rolling.
Okay, we're good?
Yep. No, we've already started.
Okay, sounds good. So, after a very long hiatus of, let's face it, mostly laziness, this is another episode of What the Hell Kind of Life Is This for Anybody to Lead? The Archimage stories. And since it's been a while...
Why did we let you give it such a long name?
Because you heard the other two names I had.
You know what? I just thought of a good name of this bridge.
Oh, what?
Why?
Why? That's even worse.
What the type of life is this, or what type of life is this?
No, leave it. Leave it.
No,
alone.
leave it. Grammatical
You
error.
must leave it now.
You know what?
Okay, so...
The typo exists. It must
Hey,
remain.
it was either that or Suicide Bridge.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm good with that one.
There's already enough bridges with nicknames of Suicide Bridge.
Okay. So
Unfortunately,
Archimage
that's
had a
great.
story, and I have to build an airport. So wherever the name of this story is gonna be, it's gonna be me building this airport, naming it after that.
Well, I'd like to see what name you come up with. So the first story is, okay, so as you guys might have known, both my parents worked when I was a kid, so I was put in a lot of daycares. Like, I went to
Same.
5 different schools, and I went to many daycares. And I went to some of the most bizarre daycares.
Same as well.
Weird people. Yeah, and one that always kind of stuck out with me, not because it was particularly harmful or anything, just because it was so it was just odd. So I remember I'm in this kind of brick. It looked like a schoolhouse, like it looked like the old brick schoolhouses you see in cartoons with the clock tower and everything, almost like Hey Arnold School. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating lunch and I'm talking to this girl. I'm probably about 5 years old or something. And again, the only reason I remember this is because it was just so
Weird.
out of nowhere. So I'm sitting there talking to this girl. She's probably a year older than me, but she seems nice. We're talking, getting along. And, this is the day of paper bag lunches. Which, do they still have paper bags anymore?
Yes.
Yes.
But now whenever you do it, you get people just staring at you angrily saying you're the reason the environment is dying.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, environment killing paper bags. So I'm eating lunch. She eats her lunch. We're having a normal conversation. She eats her lunch, and then she takes the plastic from her sandwich. She rolls it up and throws it away. Then she grabs her paper bag, and while I'm talking to her, mind you, she then takes the paper bag. She rolls it up into a tight ball, pops it into her mouth, and eats it.
I mean,
Hang on, let me look up this term to make sure that I'm using it right.
Zed also look up what to do when child eat paper bag, because I have a feeling.
Okay, so yes, she has pica.
Okay, where you gotta eat random stuff for no reason.
Pica is an eating disorder in which a person eats things not usually considered
Like
food.
pennies and shit.
Yeah.
But she ate a sandwich and chips.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Eating disorder in which they eat things not usually considered food. That doesn't mean they don't eat food, but it means they also eat things that aren't food.
Okay, but it was so random. Like, maybe that was like one of my earliest introductions to people can be weird, so that's why it stuck with me, but it was just so out of the blue.
Wait, she crumpled up the full paper bag and ate it whole?
Yes.
Was there still stuff in it, or was it just empty paper
I
bag?
assume it was an empty paper
No,
bag.
it was an empty paper bag.
Okay, that's not a small ball. I've crumpled those.
Yeah, I know. That was my point.
Okay, so Zed, that brings me back to the thing of look up, child ate paper bag what to do type, because surprisingly enough, I was surprised by this. There is, because so many people accidentally eat shit that they're not supposed to eat. There's actually like website dedicated to what to do if you accidentally ingested something. And I have a feeling paper bag is gonna be pretty high up on that list.
I have what happens if a baby eats paper. That's what it. Can you digest paper?
Because I think with paper bags,
Humans lack the enzymes necessary to properly digest it.
what, paper
There you go.
bags?
Paper, period.
Oh.
Okay.
Paper is mostly composed of cellulose, a harmless organic compound found in plants, but humans lack the enzymes necessary to properly digest it.
But it won't hurt anybody, right?
Which says it'll come through.
It's just
So it'll come through your GI tract pretty much the same way as it went in.
So just a painful bowel movement.
Yes.
Okay.
So it won't really harm you, but it'll.
You won't have a good afternoon.
No. It's not gonna
So, theoretically, does that mean if you eat a bunch of toilet paper, you can do the wiping and the crapping at the same time?
No!
You know, Archimage, don't get people idea because that could be the next big invention right there. Edible toilet paper. No longer have to wipe your own ass. You just share on out.
I mean, they already have edible underwear.
Yeah, but those are for bridal parties.
Yeah, edible underwear is usually for kinky stuff. Okay, so yeah, that was just, like I said, this is all random weirdness, so it's not connected. So the next random weirdness, which you both have heard, but, you know, other people have not, is, you guys remember this one, the CVS stoner.
I actually don't.
You will. I've told you this. You just, I've never given it a title before. Okay, so this was when I went to a CVS. I was thirsty and I went to grab something to drink. And I was going to walk down the candy aisle because, as you know, I have no self-control or willpower when it comes to candy.
Yes.
In the middle of the candy aisle, though, there was this stoner guy just looking at the candy. He was clearly stoned out of his mind, just looking, you know, with a foggy look in his face. Just no head, any bit. So I'm walking down the candy aisle, kind of go around this guy, no problem. And while he's sitting there, stoned out of his mind, just looking forward, he then suddenly, you know, just kind of glances over at me. And he sees me out of the corner of his eye. And then he turns his head to look at me. And this look of utter horror just encompasses his face. And he screamed at the top of his lungs, "Ah! Dracula! He's real! He's real! Run! He will suck your blood!" And runs out of the CVS. With everyone now staring at me.
So he figured out your secret identity.
Yeah, with everybody still staring at me. Everybody's staring at me now. I just look around and go, "It's daylight!"
It's 12 p.m.
I like how that's your excuse.
I want you to be like, it's 12 p.m. for crying out loud.
Well, it was 2 p.m., but yeah, it's daylight. There's sunlight out. I figured that was my best defense.
Wow. Just...
I like how your best defense was to try and claim that you weren't a vampire instead of just saying what.
Well, everybody was staring at me, and he made a real scene.
Yeah, but he also shouted at the top of his lungs, "Dracula."
Part of me would say own it and just go, they know too much, and literally flap your arms as you run out the door.
Really? That's what you would do?
Own it.
I'm not owning that I'm a vampire. I have enough people saying that as it is, including the girls I've dated.
Huh.
Yeah, they say my canines aren't normal.
Oh, yeah, no, you told us about that.
Oh, yeah, you told us about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm not owning the Dracula thing. Besides, you've seen pictures of Dracula. He had a mustache.
Depends which version of Dracula you're going for.
The real version of Dracula.
Let me...
Since he was what all the fake ones were based off of, I feel it's what we should look to.
Oh, you mean Vlad the Impaler?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant the actual book version of Dracula. That's what happened.
I figured you were referring to Vlad the Impaler.
Well, no, I don't think the book version actually really I don't think the book version described he had a mustache.
No, that's why I would like, wait, who are you referring to? Because I believe the book version described him as like a nobleman, so he probably wouldn't have a mustache.
Funny enough, in the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie where Gary Oldman played him, I think he did have a mustache. Just as a side note. But not the point. I wasn't going to claim I was Dracula. Honestly,
But you could have.
Well, yeah, I could claim a lot of things. Doesn't mean I should.
There we go.
So yeah, that was fun.
So now,
go ahead. What?
oh, now I got a name for this airport. I gotta call it "I'm Not a Vampire Air." So something like let's see. A name of the airport.
Vampires ? Air.
There we go. Con Air. There we go.
Nice.
Wait. We can do better. There's a vampire pun somewhere in there.
What? Fly. Oh,
a little wink and nod to Hotel Transylvania because I do like that. I do like that franchise.
Wait, what did you name it?
What?
Oh, this Zay.
Vampires.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Okay.
You gotta say it like that.
Okay, so the next random story is why I always wear jeans.
Oh, Jesus.
The reason I always wear jeans is because without these things, my legs would be scratched up to no end. So as you guys know, I have a bad habit of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, we know.
And,
We've been in the wrong places with you at the wrong times before.
Yeah, that's very true.
And half of it is because I'm just in the wrong place. The other half is because I ignore no trespassing signs, which I still say are more of suggestions than anything else. But there was an occasion. The reason I always wear jeans was actually one particular occasion where I did ignore no trespassing sign, which was to this kind of. It was to a tourist trap, which was actually some of the. What are those called? You know, the enchanted rock caves.
Oh, the
you know, they're caves. They're supposed to have stalagmites and then
those caves.
Caves or something. So they were actually like shut down for maintenance purposes. But my family actually wanted just to take a peek. So we all went through barbed wire just to take a look real quick. And we went over, saw the cave. We went in for just like a few feet because, you know, we're not stupid enough to go down a cave without proper gear. But we got to see some of the stalagmites, just a quick look. And then when we came back out, we were going through the barbed wire. And as I was stepping through, the barbed wire suddenly like got out of my hands. It went straight up and sliced my right pant leg from the ankle all the way to the thigh. And if it was not for my jeans, it would have shredded my skin.
Ugh.
That's why I wear jeans. Because jeans can save your bloody legs from being bloody legs.
Yeah.
So, yes.
See, that's very different from me. I just wear jeans because I prefer them to shorts.
Well, I do now too, but there was an original reason why it was my fault.
Yeah.
Okay, and, well, any comments?
I'll throw out there that where we live is very hot, so wearing jeans, you gotta be ready for the heat.
Wuss.
See, you say that, but anytime I've worn jeans, I've never been overheated in jeans. It's the upper body that can overheat from layers like that, not the lower body for me for some reason.
I wear multiple layers and I don't get overheated.
Yeah, but
okay, yeah, cool story,
for
Tennis
the
Man.
average person who's not a
human.
vampire.
You two know I'm human.
Do we though?
You have both seen me sweat.
You know what? I want to go to that stoner dude at the CVS and go, no, dude, he's not a vampire. He's a daywalker.
Why?
He's a daywalker.
How often I get accused of that?
He's a daywalker.
Do you know how often I get accused of that?
Yeah,
you know, my entire kickboxing group thought I was a daywalker.
Oh, Jesus. Daywalker. What the hell?
Well, they were trying to figure out how someone as thin as I could punched harder than all the muscle guys.
Oh, simple, because you know how to punch.
Yeah, we actually know how to hit things.
That's what I told them.
Let me guess, they didn't like that answer.
No, they thought Daywalker made more sense.
Yeah, of course it did.
Okay, so next is, as you guys know, I went to a couple of different schools. I forget which school this was, but this shows just how much teacher supervision we had. So one day, we were out in the parking lot during one of our break periods, and some guys I knew decided to try out a little experiment. What they did was they grabbed about 10 bottle rockets, duct taped them to a basketball, and lit them all at once.
Okay.
That sounds awesome.
This sounds fairly standard.
I didn't think the bottle rockets would be able to get the basketball off the ground. As it turns out, I was wrong. The basketball actually did levitate up with the bottle rockets attached. They got them about, I want to say like, maybe 6 feet, 8 feet off the ground, maybe higher. But they got them a good distance off the ground before they exploded.
Okay.
After that, the basketball, which was released from the duct tape, caught on fire and started bouncing around and accidentally caught one of the school canopies on fire.
Oh.
Loving it.
Yeah. So after, the fire department was called and the fires were put out, no one ever admitted to it or found what started the fire. We had to hide that basketball very quickly.
Just... And you wonder why people thought you was a dragon and why you burnt down your last school.
Okay, that was definitely the school afterwards, and I had nothing to do with this. I was just a watcher. I just watched this. I didn't actually...
I watched... You know how that sounds. I watched as the fire burnt the building down.
Okay,
Archimage, I'm gonna take it as a person who said this to the cops. They don't buy. I was just watching the fire burn the building down. They never liked that argument.
Okay, I wasn't doing anything. I didn't think it would bounce and burn stuff. I didn't even think basketballs were that flammable.
Well, yeah, they got air in it.
I never thought about it, okay? I mean, I thought it would burst or explode first.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that was
it did
fun.
explode.
Yeah. Another fun thing from that was, so one of the students there bought a brand new boombox, and he brought it in to show it off to everyone. And, he did the whole speech, got everybody to go ooh and ah it. It was a nice boombox, I'll give credit. Back when boomboxes were still a thing.
Oh,
and,
Archimage, you're talking to the generation that don't know what the hell a boombox is.
To all the generation, it was kind of like your car stereo, except it wasn't in your car and it was bulky.
What's a car stereo?
Yeah, I was just thinking that they're gonna be like, what's a
You
car?
realize now people just hook up their phone to their car and play music from Spotify.
Even I'm
It's
guilty
that
of
thing
this.
You hook up to the car, the speakers, okay?
Even I'm guilty of hooking up just plug in Spotify.
Fine, look up boombox. It's big and clunky. So anyway, he was showing it off, and then he said, "Get ready to hear the best music ever. Get ready for your eardrums to blow." He pushed the button, and nothing happened.
Okay.
As it turns out, he forgot the batteries.
Okay.
Okay, easy mistake.
All that buildup. But don't worry.
That can be
His
fixed.
genius mind came up with a brilliant solution. Now, my idea was that he should just wait until he can go get some proper batteries.
Yes.
Yeah.
They took 6-volt batteries.
Oh, so lantern batteries.
Yes. So, but he decided he knew where there was another ready battery available. He would just use the battery from his car.
Okay, I was about to say, please don't tell me he hooked up jumper cables to a boombox.
He hooked up jumper cables to his 12-volt battery in his car.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I mean...
how long did it take the boombox to explode?
Immediately as he revved the engine.
Oh, he revved the engine. I thought he
he
just hooked
revved
the
the
thing
engine,
up
okay.
and turned the car on.
Nope, he revved that engine to get that. I will admit the boombox did let out an amazing screech before the speakers exploded.
Cool.
That
How much
mesh.
money was he out?
I don't know, but enough to make him cry afterwards.
Of course.
And that mesh screen that was over the speakers, it exploded and turned into shrapnel. Like it was embedded in that brick wall that it was next to.
Oh, lovely.
Good thing nobody was standing near it.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, do you guys get to cover?
I got to cover. Are you kidding? I wasn't chancing it, not with my hearing. That was fun. Had a lot of fun times at that school, including, every now and again, I just walk around sometimes. And, it can be dangerous walking around. Sometimes you're walking around, minding your own business, and out of nowhere comes a shovel right to your face.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Yep. Construction worker was standing up, put the shovel right, over his back. You know how they sling it over like a hobo does?
Yeah.
The cartoons. Turned and smacked me right in the face with it.
Did he notice at least?
Yeah, he noticed. He
Did-
apologized.
okay.
And he did apologize, and I had to explain when I came back why I had a large red mark across my face. So that was fun.
Ah,
But,
jeez.
the point is, be careful where you swing shovels.
Oh, I thought the point was going to be careful where you walk.
Why should I have to be careful? I was on the sidewalk. I was being careful. Moving on.
I'm just gonna say, do you know how many times we've almost been run over just walking down the street?
Yes,
Yet,
I do.
yet whenever we seem to be driving, it seemed like everyone wanted to take the chance to walk in front of our car and test our reflexes
Right?
for smashing on the brakes.
I know. One day my reflexes aren't going to be as sharp.
One day I just won't give a
that's the day
damn.
the natural selection kicks in, and that person needed to go.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
to anybody who says that sounds cruel, tough shit, so is life.
There you go. Okay, I've got two more. So you guys remember in school we'd do those kind of graduation parties? Really made no sense because all that was really happening was we were moving from the 4th grade to the 5th grade. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit.
why did they want to celebrate that?
Because you were children.
I mean, I didn't even want to celebrate my high school graduation leaving. Like, they had to make me go to the actual graduation
Oh, see,
ceremony.
here's the thing. I wanted to celebrate that because by senior year, I was done.
Oh, no. Okay, so Zed, here's my story. They, I will, and this is now a Shadow Allfox story. They
been hijacked.
blackmail me to go to my own graduation ceremony. My school blackmailed me. They were, they basically, they were like, well, you have a choice. They said to our class, well, you have a choice if you want to come to your graduation ceremony or not. And me and everyone else just looked at each other and go, well, fuck, we're not going to that stupid shit. We're not going to be here a second longer. They're like, and that's your choice. Just like it's our choice to choose if your transcript to your college get delayed by a couple weeks or maybe a couple of months.
Wow.
Like, they straight up said it in that voice. Like, I swear, there was mafia music playing behind them as they were saying that shit to us. We
I
even
believe
said, that's blackmail. And they were like, that's life. Welcome to the real world.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that was my school.
And that was the only actual good life lesson your school taught you.
Yeah, with blackmail.
That blackmail will exist, and you will be able to do nothing about it.
Damn.
And they were like, anyone who doesn't show up to the ceremony, we will take precedent on everyone else's transcript to college over yours.
Damn.
So we had to show up to the ceremony. So, yeah, my college, my school flat out blackmailed me to show up to the graduation.
Man, it sounds like it. That's Damn. See, I didn't want to go to my high school graduation either, but to be fair, my parents forced me to go. The only problem was I had the flu.
Oh, jeez.
So I had a temperature, I was sick, and my folks were just like, smile, smile. I'm like, I have a temperature of 103 degrees, and I'm trying not to pass out. Okay, be glad that I actually showed up at all. Ugh. Because, graduation's more for the parents, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least it was for my parents, anyway. But, no, the graduation...
No, that was kind of the same thing with me. Even though I went because I wanted it to be over, I'm like, all I'm getting are pieces of paper that don't really do anything.
You're correct.
Hmm.
But, yeah, no, my graduation story was actually from, I think, middle school. So, for this middle school graduation, they decided to take us on a trip to Galveston Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't fully know why, but first time I'd ever gone to Galveston Beach without my folks. So I was kind of interested. So I go to it and I go out swimming in the water, before I knew what Galveston Beach was.
Yeah, I'm just about to say, for those who don't know about that beach, that's not, it's not high class BP. It's a discount beach. It's a discount.
It is a discount beach. But
It's a straight up discount. It was a discount
I
beach
was
when
just
we were
swimming
kids.
I was swimming, minding my own business. Then, understand something. You've seen Galveston Beach. There's not enough waves for surfing,
No.
right? Okay.
Depends on the not for big wave, but I mean it depends on the season.
Okay, when I was there, it was not the season for waves.
Like most of the time, it's enough that you can do. Oh, what you call that surfing? Where it's called like where you're not actually surfing waves. You stay close to the very shoreline and you just
Wave
slide
skimming?
Is it wave skimming?
The skimmer board? I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
where it's like a very small board and you just throw it across the waves that's coming across the beach and you just skim it. You can do that. You can do that there. That works.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone doing that, but anyway, I was swimming out a little bit, and all of a sudden this medium wave came up, which, was easy enough to dodge, which I was about to, but the medium wave had a surfboard in it.
Of course it did.
A full size?
Tossed around a full-size surfboard, which hit me straight in the head and sent me tumbling with the wave all the way to shore. So that was fun, and with that headache, I then had to climb out with everyone asking me where I got the surfboard, as some idiot surfer dude ran up saying, "Bro, what are you doing with my board, man? It's not cool to take stuff that's not yours." I'm like, really?
Please tell me you looked at him and went, okay, cool, next time don't let it hit me in the face then.
No, unfortunately at that moment I was holding my head going, ow.
Oh.
So they realized pretty quickly that the board actually hit me in the head. My classmates told me he apologized. I, for the life of me, do not remember. And after that, we then had to go to the actual ceremony where I was getting a plate of the crappy food. I went next to the punch bowl to get some punch, and I put down my plate of said crappy food on the table, which promptly broke, dumping said punch bowl onto me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And everyone said it was my fault.
Of course they did.
That you got hit by the. Okay.
No, that the punch bowl fell. So yeah, that was my middle school graduation.
Jeez.
That sound like a fun time?
I think we just had. I don't even think we did middle school graduation. I think we just.
Out of curiosity, what would you have done in that situation?
Not gone, period.
Okay, well, I didn't get that option, Shadow R. Fox.
Well, neither did I. They blackmailed me to do everything, apparently.
Okay, well, all right, Zed, hypothetically, what would you have done if you were in the situation I just described?
Oh, I would have just done what I always do, just been silent and just been like, I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Like I've had days where bad stuff has happened to me, and I've gotten to a point where I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore.
That was probably a better attitude to have, to be honest. Oh well, see you later now. So yeah, that was my graduation story, and I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 seconds left on my timer. There it goes.
Okay.
It's
Well,
fine.
I'll stop.
It's fine. Just finish it up.
Okay. Yeah.
One last one is I think Shadow Arfox, you actually probably remember this. I think you remember when this happened to me. So this was during my. Okay, so no, the best way to tell us is set the scene. So I'm in college. You remember what a horror show college was?
Oh shit.
At goddamn university. And it was after college. I decided to go to Fuddruckers to get a burger because I was too lazy to actually cook. So I go to Fuddruckers, and I get a burger, and I leave my backpack in my car.
Oh, I think I know this one. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. So when I come out after getting it, I see my passenger window broken into, my backpack gone. My backpack having my laptop and all my final papers on it, including all my final papers on it during my final semester, during the final week of my final semester at college. I'm not gonna lie. If I'd actually met that mugger, I might have beaten him to death.
Okay, I think you were. Wasn't you? No, you were off campus if you went to football.
I was off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Campus doesn't have good food.
No. Oh hell
Or
no.
edible food.
I never even went to the cafeteria on campus.
Really
So that.
food. It wasn't worth it.
No, that's why I never went.
But
Hey.
yeah, so that was a fun part.
They got enough out of me out of fucking parking permits.
Yeah, so laptop stolen, which if you guys remember, I actually tracked it down. And if anybody is actually bored enough to watch this, if your stuff is ever stolen, what you want to do is search all the pawn shops within a 3 to 4 mile radius. And,
Oh yeah, because they'll go there quickly.
Yeah, have them give you a call if anything like that turns up. They did mine. And unfortunately, though, because it was an old laptop, so the battery was messed up, so the pawn shop wouldn't buy it. But I did find out from the pawn shop that the person who was trying to sell it was a woman.
I would have been like, was he at least cute?
Really? That's your question?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's going to depend whether I beat them to death.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so ticked off. I don't give a damn if she was cute. I would have beaten her to death.
You know what? I think I got that name for that bridge was the perfect name because look at the traffic jam of this bridge. Look at the traffic jam of this bridge.
Nice.
What type of life is this anyway, bridge? Yeah.
So, curiosity, what would you two have done in that situation? Or just thoughts?
Again, was he cute? No, then I'm going to beat her to death.
Okay. Okay, so if she is cute, what's the thought instead?
Ask her out on a date. And if she say no, then beat her to death. Priorities.
Your priorities are in line. I give props. What about you, Zed?
Oh, I would just find a way to make them feel like they've accomplished absolutely nothing and that their life is completely meaningless.
Well, they stole my laptop.
Zed, I would get that done by having them date me, okay? So that's... I mean, either way, I'm going to win in this scenario.
Yeah, I gotta give props. We'll win either way. Oh, God, that's horrible.
That's how you win the argument. Like, look, either I get a date.
Thank you and good night.
Yeah, like, I told you them with a date, or I told you them with reality. So I'm going to torture them one way or another. With my time, with my company, or with actual torture weapons.
You mean the other two weren't?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy. Okay, and with that, I think we got enough for this episode.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Any
actually
closing
surprised
thoughts?
blah 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 airport came out looking very nice.
You know, Dracula from Hotel Transylvania is just steaming, right?
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Well, of course, it's daytime.
I'm still, you know what? The only thing I will, and this will be the last thing we'll talk about in this video. The one thing, Johnny from Hotel Transylvania. How the hell did he end up with Mavis? We all know that's fucking true. It's like, no, she's too good for you. Like, in every possible way.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I'm throwing that out there. No, he's not that closeted cute or anything like that. No, he's just annoying.
To be fair, she was the first one she ever met.
You know what? That explains so much, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, let's be honest. We know the truth. It was because he was new, he was exciting, and everyone else she'd known from childhood.
Oh, and of course he knocked her up immediately, I think within the first year. Because I think Hotel Transylvania 2 take place literally well, I think it opened literally months after their wedding, where she tell her dad that she's pregnant. So yeah, he knocked her up at that point. She stuck with him. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't knock that up?
Well, yeah, anyone would knock that up, but that makes sense now. Everything's making sense. He's stuck with him.
He did it on purpose so she'd be stuck.
Yeah, no, yeah, because he's traditional, so she's stuck with him now.
Well, I mean, she is like a 180-year-old vampire, 118 vampire, so of course she's traditional.
Yeah, so she's stuck with him. Yeah, nope, it all makes sense now. That's, yeah, okay.
You feel better now?
A little bit. And look, blah, 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 airport just upgraded.
Grandpa Drac, so happy. I still gotta watch Hotel Transylvania 4.
Oh, yeah, because that's on Amazon. That's good.
Okay, and with that, any closing thoughts? Zed?
Thank you and good night.
Oh, and there's no...
Shadow R Fox?
There we go. But they had... There we go. Perfect. Yep.
That's your closing thought?
That's my closing.
That's his closing thought. End it now. End it now. Just end it now.
Okay. Closing it out.